Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon to full moon May into June 2022? I'm your reader. Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace, From a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, creator on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle, probably the best career move I've ever made, putting exclusive content over there. All my subscribers have access to all the extended reads, and I love it over there. So if you want to come play Patreon on Patreon. Otherwise, let's get on with this reading, shall we? If you are new to the channel, a 5-card draw is 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, hints, insights about a specific astrological timeline. Therefore, not a timeless read, a timed read. You can certainly go back and look at other ones if you want to get a little more clarity about stuff that already went down, waxing and waning. So we'll look at the astrological timeline in a moment. I want to say that these 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, to help bring things into alignment. The more aligned your intentions are, planting a seed at new moon, helping them grow, wax, build, expand, attract to the full moon to work with the lunar flow. Just easier to go with the flow than against it. Mercury being retrograde at the time of this recording, so good gods, I know Virgos were ruled by Mercury, but a good time to rethink things waxing or waning. That being said, let's have a look-see-dook-see at the timeline. We're looking at a new moon on Monday. Simon Laban, if you're listening, hi. Monday, May 30th, Memorial Day here in the United States, 7:50 a.m. Eastern. I am in New York. Plant the seed in the new moon in Gemini, watch it grow, help it grow, using the information I'm about to get us to the full moon in Sagittarius, Tuesday, June 14th. I think that's my dad's birthday. Is that Flag Day? My dad was born on Flag Day. So was Donald Trump. Geminis. Tuesday, 6/14, June 14th, 7:51 a.m. So both of them are earlier in the morning, at least here on the East Coast. So you can really get up in that new moon energy, light your torch, wave it on the new moon on Monday, let your fires dance through the night. And of course, I would consider getting my full moon magic done the night before Monday, the 13th. That being said, it's a general rating. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs. We all have more than one thing going on. You could have one situation for sun, one for moon, one for rising, one for Venus, but sometimes your sun, and let's just say your sun and your moon, can get very clear information about the same thing from different perspectives. One perhaps more intellectual, the other more emotional, just saying. So, other than that, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the best that I can to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace to help my fellow Virgos. I'm a Virgo sun sign conjunct Jupiter, and then your Uranus and Pluto are conjunct there too. Born in 1968, my whole generation's got that. So let's get up in this gig. Please take a nice deep breath. Okay, this just came in because I'm trying to remember to say this every time. Thank you, whoever that was. I'm well aware of what's going on planet Earth. We've got a war going on in Ukraine. We just had a school shooting in Texas. Variants of Omicron and Corona and all of that. Roe versus Wade. Political upheaval. Corruption being exposed everywhere. What can you personally do about that? I don't know. If you can, do something. Externally. But the thing is manifesting our heart's desires, which is about the element of fire that we're about to have hit the table here. Your heart's desires were written into the plan of this life before you incarnated as a soul. The soul's pretty happy. The soul's pretty good. The soul's natural state is joy. So our heart's desires are actually part of a much larger universal plan that's perfect, beyond what we can even imagine. We can't even conceive it. I know, Virgos, we try. We can't. No one can. The Tao cannot be defined. Once defined, it is no longer the Tao. There, I gave you some Eastern philosophy there. So you do your best to manifest your heart's desire. I'll do the same. Maybe we'll bring some more love to this planet in a time when it definitely needs it. We good? Breathe. Still point. As I'm gonna, using the new way of doing this, using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish for the element of fire, I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. For the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, that includes me. Please, what is our element of fire? What we yearn for, what we burn for, what our hearts desire. Give us a spell fragment so that we can hone and refine, detail and clarify the seeds we plant this new to full May, June 2022. If you have any placements in Leo, you might want to look at Leo, because that one was about sexuality. And guess what we got as our keyword here? Oh, this is in the title, isn't it? Passion, passion, passion does not go out of fashion. Rise, passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. Swing. Let's just leave that there. Now look, look. Passion. You could have a passion for pizza. You could have a passion for art, a passion for the divine. I certainly have a passion for the divine. Believe me, and there's another quantum variant of mine somewhere in some kind of monastery monk situation, maybe even a hermit in a hill, praying all day long and foraging for food. His skin's probably great, and he probably doesn't have purple hair, but, you know, to each their own, even within your own quantum variations. What is this passion about? But you gotta say, what you yearn for, what you burn for, literally the word inflame my purpose, reach the sky. Don't you want your purpose inflamed? Just gonna leave that. Let that cool down. Let's ground that. Our element of earth. We're using the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. Amazing bookie book. Comes with this rather gorgeous deck. Photographs of different stones and crystals. So whether or not you use the stone or crystal that's indicated is up to you. You do you. Like malachite's in there. That's easy to get. But then there are other ones that are like, I don't even know what that is. And other ones that are like, how am I going to afford that, right? So clear quartz does everything. It's the white candle of the mineral kingdom. Just charge it with whatever hits the table here. But it's really about the oracle message. Element of earth. Breathe. Still point. Using the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of Earth, certainly of Virgo, and powers of the North, the Archangel of Lyons, the Archangel of nature. Please, what is the element of earth, the fuel to feed the fire, as well as ground and manifest our heart's desire? A little physical touchstone, maybe a piece of jewelry, a crystal, a rock, or something to help us remember and ground and manifest this passion, this new to full May, June 2022. If you have any Leo placements, you might want to watch the Leo video. Crockaway, it's the sexuality card. It's the same one Leo got, and I am Leo rising. Leo rising, Virgo sun moon. I'm also Libra and Venus. That's next. Libra reads Venus and Libra. And I got a Pisces moon. If all four of them get that, I guess I better clean up the house. I'm probably gonna have company post-pandemic powwow. Crocosite. I don't know which way to say it, because I mean, this is one of those stones I've never heard of before until I got this deck, and I've been in metaphysical, new age, pagan, retail adjacent for the majority of my career. Pointy though. Ooh, it looks like a sea urchin that's just horny. It's a horny urchin. Crocosite. Change, creativity, and sexuality, just because we just did this one 2 hours ago. Change, creativity, sexuality. A new phase in your life is just around the corner. Well, should I walk or drive? Creative possibilities surface from a chance encounter with someone new. Now, this is very second chakra. By the way, second chakra is in the intestines. Virgo rules the intestines, so that's us, right? Creativity and sexuality, definitely a second chakra thing with one-on-one relationships. Your relationship with a lump of clay. If you are a sculptor, you get the idea. This encounter stimulates inspiration, passion, I'll call that a double whammy, and a greater optimism for life. Your sexual energy is also on the rise, and this draws new people and circumstances into your life that you will find exciting and stimulating. Like, I don't know, inflame my purpose. Oh, pretty lady. Wonderful changes are in store for you, yet you are also being warned to be cautious. Don't be silly. Put rubber on the willy. Appearances can be deceiving, so look for inner beauty and truth before you allow yourself to be swept away off your feet. I'm a little hard to sweep off my feet nowadays, so I think the caution part of it is well spoken, well noted, but of course we know what happens when our passions get high, get inflamed, our purpose, right? Reach the sky, okay, drop and give me 20. That's very, very powerful. That is incredibly powerful. And I'm not going to say I'm scared, but I'm going to say I can feel this right in my second chakra. And I'm talking to a digital camera. HD digital camera, but a digital camera nonetheless. Ain't no one else in this room but me. Even the cats are passed out asleep. Let's nocturnal animals. Let's look at the element of air here, because there's an awful lot of fire in this thing. And fire needs air, but air does not need fire. So the mind, what you're thinking. Two ways to do this card, often both are true. One is, of course, the word on the oracle is to what to think about, meditate on, pray about, Google it, right? Whatever the word is, find different meanings, original meanings of the words. That can be a powerful thing. The second is these are all legions of healing angels. So ask yourself, well, what does that legion do? Because it's way more than just one or two things. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Using the healing with the angels oracle for the power of air. I call upon the angels and the archangels of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north, the Aerialites, the Urielites, the Aureolites. 3, please, one card in clarity for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the element of air, the mental part of this, as well as the healing angels in the wings, with their wings stretched, ready to fly in at invitation by us, the call. We have to call to them. They don't come unless invited, sort of like vampires, except they give way more than they take, so that we can stoke the fire of passion with that crocosite, grounding that into our bodies as, you know, new changes that are coming, new creativities that are getting us excited and inspired for life. So of course the energy rises, our electromagnetic fields expand, and we find ourselves attracting and attracted to others with our sexual energy. Kundalini white courtesy telephone. Please, what are the perfect healing angels waiting to help here for the Virgo Collective this new to full May, June? I love it. Listening. Now I'm going to explain why. First of all, listening is a healing thing. It just is. When you can just be still and listen to somebody without thinking about what you're going to say, or wanting to like tell them, well, this is what it is. Insight is a wonderful thing, but it can become intrusive. So that's part of it. Just listen. Just listen. Now, of course, the artwork here, we see a woman in communication with an angel, and both sides are listening. Yes, you can tune to your angels. You can ask them, where are my keys? I do it all the time. I don't leave the house much. I go for walks. It's fine. But also the angel is listening to them. There is a thing here that says, look, what you've been heard. You have been heard. What would those listening angels do? Right? They would help you listen. This is so Matt Kahn. The Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck is the last card down, the spirit card. But there is this thing about stillness, right? It's one of the golden rules in his book, The Universe Always Has a Plan. Such a good book. Forget which number it is. But it's everything changes, but it can only change us for the better. And the mantra is, I can see how everything changes me for the better whenever I am still. And the easiest way to get still is listening. Like now all the birds are back, right? Even when I'm gardening out on the deck, it's like, right? Or if my cat's upstairs, I hear instant stillness. The healing angels of listening have been around, well, they've all been around before this planet was created. But there's a real healing available here. And that, like I said, it can come from your higher selves. It can come from whatever. But being still, right? Feeling that energy and just listening, and maybe even listening to the passion inside of you going, okay, I know. It's very exciting, but we're going to do this wisely. We're going to do this cautiously, because that fiery passion can make us do shit we regret, and we'll learn from it either way. So there's no need to regret if you've learned from your past. Done. It's the best you can, little by little. But I would call on those healing angels. I will. I'm in the phone booth. It's the one across the hall. If you don't answer, I'll just ring it off the wall. No, I don't do that. No, Debbie, no. Hanging on the telephone. Please take a nice deep breath. Okay, are using the Whispers of Love Oracle for the element of water. I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, for the Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, what is the element of water, the energy and motion we experience as emotion, given juice to this work of manifestation, spell work, law of attraction, you do you, for the Virgo Collective, perhaps me included, so that we can feel that passion in a healthy, guided way with this change, this creativity, this sexuality coming into our lives, and it said soon, with the healing angels of listening, and that has so many different meanings. I only scratched the surface here. So please, what is the piece of information, inspiration, insight most needed by the Virgo Collective this new to full May, June 2022? Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Now, of course, there's so many different ways to look at that. One is foot on the gas, babe. That's where I'm going first. Foot on the gas. Do it. Look to your inner strength. No matter what goes on in this situation, you're stronger than you realize. And realize is a weird word. You want to talk about words? It means to make something real. Realization is the action of making things real. Right? You realize your dream. But there's also the mental realization, which I think could very much be what's going on here as well. So, look to your inner strength. Well, like I said, I'm going to do this. Hi. Hi. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. Le quoi, sweetie, le quoi. I just went Britain for you. Who's French, whatever. It can also be, no, look to your inner strength. It's like, no, I can hold back on this one. I'm just going to listen. Right, foot on the brake. Now, there is a slow roll. Special at sushi bars around the country. Is that we can walk, right? You know, everybody knows about chaser and runaway nowadays. These archetypes in romantic relationships in particular, they're really based on our experiences as children. We get into relationships, we end up either the chaser if we've been neglected, or the runaway if we've been abused. And if you've been both neglected and abused, guess what? You get to do both. There's the middle road. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Siddhartha. The walker. The Karen walker. Honey, what's this going on here? Right? The walker. It's like, all right, I got this passion. And I want to put the pedal to the metal. But I am invincible. I am strong. I am invincible. I am Virgo. Yeah? Little Helen Reddy vibe for you there. I am Virgo. Hear me roar. That should be Leo. That our inner strength is going to be pretty but it's emotional strength too, right? It's like, I can handle this. I can handle this with all I've been through. I can boil some water with this heat of passion and get my element of earth touched. Baby. You do you. That's why we all have free will. Right? Individual free will. Because there's one quantum timeline where you say yes, one quantum timeline where you say no, and all sorts of little variations in between. Let's get the card of spirit, the Macon Healing Mantra deck. This is what you charge the thing with. Look, I don't have Crocowite, but I got Carnelian, and second chakra stone, good enough for me. Right, so I'm going to grab a piece of carnelian. I'm going to call in the healing angels of listening. I'm going to cast for passion as I look to my inner strength. This is the mantra that I will do after that, or at the very end of it, to charge the carnelian. Like I said, I'm going to use for myself, you do you, and a little bit every day. And I have a little pouch that I wear around my neck, and I wear them during videos because that kind of, throws things off a little bit in the electromagnetic field. But it gives you something to do a little bit. No one plants an acorn on Monday and gets an oak tree on Tuesday. It do take time. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Card down using the healing mantra cards for our card of spirit. I call upon the ascended masters of passion for the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising. Look at this grin on my face. Sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the perfect healing mantra to charge this, right? The voltage, that spirit that creates, that manifests fire, earth, air, and water, the electricity that pulls it all together so that they can have, they can manifest, we can manifest this passion and our element of fire with change, creativity, and sexuality. Calling in those healing angels of listening and looking to our own inner strength. What's the mantra to help us do that? Right? So that we do this wisely and well, and for the well-being of all, this new to full. May, June 2022. What was that second word? Creativity? Change, creativity? This is about creativity, expanding inner power. I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. Right, with listening? Okay. got it. This is a great mantra. I mean, I'm an artist. I'm a mystical artist, right? I used to be a performing artist. I still am. I dance every day. Speaker, singer. You'd be surprised the fucking witch army knife I am. But now I'm a mystical artist. I'm not necessarily the master of the mystical arts. That's Doctor Strange. I'm more like his gay younger brother, Scotty Stranger. What are we doing here? Expanding. A, B, C, D. Went right past it. E, F, G. Did you know that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and the alphabet song are the same? I only found that out in my 40s. I feel like I was lied to. Expanding inner power. I am my most powerful, not most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. Work. Yes, Virgo, work. When inner power expands, you are able to openly communicate your truths, aspirations, and ideas as a way of circulating the energy that pours in from the cosmos. So we're looking at chakras here, right? The crown chakra is a satellite dish. Comes in as inspiration, hits the third eye information, then you got to chew on it. Analysis, it's archaic, right? You spit it out, you go, nope. You swallow it, it goes down after you chew for a bit, hits the emotional center. You really feel, I'm going to do it. Hi. Right? But then it comes to solar plexus, is like, how does that feel? How does that feel? Am I being wise? Am I keeping an eye on my boundaries, or is my passion kind of carrying me away a little bit? That's a Virgo thing. My legs are crossed under this table, by the way, for this reading. The second chakra goes, and then you bring it into form. Inspiration into manifestation, right? As energy gets circulated by the sharing of your ideas, the universe is given permission to pour more inspiration, passion, and joy into your energy field, which is true. I mean, I used to only teach in person and do readings in person, and then my career changed, transformed completely, ended up doing things on YouTube, the internet, then the pandemic happened, right? And the more I do it, the more I give my creative voice and expression, the more powerful I'm becoming. You try doing this every day. No, don't, trust me. It's tricky. As your inner power expands, creativity becomes the life force of source energy surging through you to inspire the embodiment of your higher self. This has just gone Tantra, if you want to go there, Tantra. It's Sanskrit. Just Google it, but make sure you Google it a lot, because there's a lot of different takes on Tantra. This mantra is ideal for resolving creative blocks, creative sexual blocks, healing traumas and creative sexual traumas, and releasing blocks of stagnation, creative sexual stagnation. I think we know what this is. Now look, certainly the listening is part of this, because we're talking about giving our creativity a voice. We have to listen to that voice. And remember, this could very easily be an artistic creative passion. Absolutely could. And it might even start that way, right? Get out in the garden, do you, cook, whatever it is. Everybody thinks art and creativity is about performance art or the fine arts. What about the culinary arts? What about the decorative arts, right? You know, just redoing that, Virgo, you know, organization is an art unto itself. Don't you just? You should see my spice rack. You know, it's a creative process. It makes things flow. You're creating flow. So with this passion, as you do that, your energy is going to spike. Creative energy and sexual energy are the same thing, because they're both spiritual energy, but they're also focused in the same energy center in the body, 2 inches below the navel. And you know, when you're attracted to somebody, it grunts, it goes, or even something. Right? Like sometimes even Taco Bell, most of the time I can take it or leave it, but sometimes it'll be on the TV and I'm like, oh, second chakra wants a chalupa now, right? It's like, okay, I'll get you one. We don't eat it a lot, so it's okay. You know, so to listen to that. But I also think if this is a sexual thing, looking to your inner strength, Certainly, communicating and listening what your ideas are can really turn somebody on and can turn me on too. Turn me on, turn me off, turn me up, turn me down, just turn. That's from the Bible, actually, isn't it? Not the first part, the last part. So I'm going to put this together in a blessing for you, a little summation. Then we'll chat a little bit at the end where I save the real goofy for, apparently, as I let the rest of this energy come through my energy field. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call one last time to the collective pantheons of the divine for the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. May they be blessed with all that they need this new moon to full May, June 2022, that they can expand their inner power. Because we are at our most powerful when our creativity is given a voice. And two, interesting, inner power as we look to our inner strength. That's technically a double whammy right next to each other. In our element of water, that we could feel our way into that strength, therefore giving it a voice and listening to that voice, that passion, that power, that thing moving inside of us that's ready to manifest, calling upon those healing angels to listen to them, as well as to be able to listen in healing ways with this change that's coming, that sparks our creativity and our sexuality, changing our energy field of what's gonna, you know, who's coming in next, who's going as a result, usually, so that we can manifest the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest passion that we can. Breathe. Rise, passion. Rise up high. Inflame our purpose. Reach the sky. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. That just got deep and rich, like fertile potting soil. And I'm gonna go put my feet in the garden for a little bit. That was just lovely. So mote it be. And so it is. Wow. Dig it. That felt so good. Oh, I love being a Virgo. Virgo power. So did you like it? Like it, hit the thumbs up. Help the other Virgos find this. Hey, we serve enough. It would be nice to get served in a healthy, wealthy, balanced way. Expanding our inner power, giving our creativity a voice. And if you want more of me on YouTube, you know what to do. Subscribe. Why? Because I'm the fun one and I've got cool hair. And I'm full-time at this. It's not like I work at a bank and then come home and do this. This is my gig. Reading clients, doing classes, and all that jazz. So if you want more of that, you want to really go there, Virgo, you want to put that pedal to the metal, then come Patreon on patreon.com/drawingthecircle, because it really is where I am giving my creativity a much more unedited, a much more passionate voice in fulfillment of the divine plan and my contracts that I came down here to do for the well-being of all. So thank you so much for watching. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed, my beloved Virgos. Comment. I want to know, what do you feel this is about? Now, what do you think? What do you feel? Otherwise, oh my God, have at it. My blessings, our blessings. Don't just stand there. Let's get to it. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Vague. Hail. Farewell, I told you, goofy. And blessed, blessed be.